looking at the well-being part of it, looking at the being your best self part of it, the gym, working out, because I think in most instances you're not just training your body, you're training your mind to do things that are not easy to do.
Correct.
Tell me about how the gym has been a good release, a good point for you to strengthen what you want to do, but also how you want to do it.
Well, I think in short answer, it's changed everything for me. Looking back on just Kita in general, so we've been open for 6 years. I spent, just like anyone would, starting sort of, such a big project, the first couple of years just doing that. And I think I got to a point where I didn't think I had enough time to focus on myself, didn't think I had enough time to go to the gym. I was like, if I go to the gym now, I'm going to be tired for work. I've only got X amount of time to get a rest. And at that point, I was sleeping like 3-4 hours a day, working on all night, all day, and then, literally all night, and then going home. And then again, just throwing the whole fact of that I am now working nights into the mix where like my body is not used to that. So I'm trying to flip my sleep schedule, and I'm trying to do that. I was really, really unhealthy. I was losing a lot of weight, and just in the hospitality industry in general, there's this perception of just like snacking, not eating correctly, and just drinking copious amounts of caffeine. And that was definitely the truth for the first couple of years. And then a good buddy of mine, shout out Matt, started a PT business. He took over his brother's PT business, and he was just a friend who came into the shop, met through Kita, and he invited me to just be a part of his sort of revival sort of strategy with trying to get it back on its feet, a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of social media and stuff like that. He used me for a bit of modeling and, a couple of promo videos and stuff, but he also gave me a great structure to follow, and he gave me a really good program to go off. I meet with him once a week, and that was sort of our trade-off, and he sort of hooked me up in that respect. And it was great to have someone there because, he was holding me accountable. And at that time, I'd obviously go train with him once a week, but sometimes I wouldn't go maybe when he wanted me to go outside of those sort of business hours with him. And since then, it's just sort of accumulated and grown. And now I go consistently, and I can't think of a day that I wouldn't go for any other reason other than I haven't had enough rest. But it's so important to like my progression in my personal story, because it's the one thing as well that is just like purely and truly me, and it's mine, and it's so inherently like it's the impact that it's made on my life has been profound in the sense that it's given me also the ability to do more. And it's like kind of counterintuitive when you think about it. It's like helps me sleep better, helps me eat better, helps me with my brain fog. It helps me sort of get up from a irregular sleep throughout the day and get out in the sun if I need to, because I sleep all day. And it just sort of resets me every single day, every single night to kind of be my best self for every service as well. And there was plenty of times where I'd literally wake up, let's say for example, service begins at 6. I'd wake up at like 5, get ready, lay in bed for half an hour because you're exhausted, get up, get ready, go straight to work. And the reality is that I haven't had a chance to even have a glass of water, haven't eaten anything, haven't sort of moved my body a little bit. And then I expect myself to now sort of house, hundreds of customers on a busy Friday night. So that was the original perception, is that I just didn't have time. I didn't have the energy. But once I realized I could do it, and then you kind of accumulate that over a period of time. And then just like anything that's really hard to start with, once you do it a lot, it doesn't get as hard, and you can kind of keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And you're right. It's a massive help for my mental health as well. Like, gives me the confidence that I need to preach the mission that I'm trying to do. It helps that like, I feel better. Things like skin's better and all these types of things. There's like a acne prone sort of teen going through that. That's a nice feeling. And yeah, it's like ingrained in my routine, and it's fantastic. At Kita, we actually have something called Fitta, where usually once every other month we get together as a team to do some form of physical based activity together, and it started out as like some like circuit class or a HIIT class, and then we've done rock climbing. We did a hike at the Broomba Rocks as well. We're going on a hike next Monday, long weekend, to Mount Kosciuszko. So like I think the physical component of it is really important. And funnily enough, I think again in the history of the hospitality industry, there's this perception of just like putting just whatever your bodily needs and your like general health aside for like the cause of the restaurant. And I think that's completely wrong, and it's definitely doable. It's difficult, and you have to relatively be organized with your time. And I know some people might be listening to this and just say like, I'm never organized in my time. I'm consistently late to most things. But like how I want to spend it and what I want to do with it is what I hope to be forgiven, because it's making sure that I'm bettering myself first, and then I can kind of give that out.